I'm going to show you 100 lines of Python code which solve it in 50 milliseconds. Let's dive in. We are given a list of parts. Each part is rated in each of four categories. X, extremely looking cool. M, musical. It makes a noise when you hit it. A, aerodynamics. S, shiny. Then each part is sent through a series of workflows that will ultimately accept or reject the part. Each workflow has a name and contains a list of rules. Each rule specifies a condition and where to send the part if the condition is true. The first rule that matches the part being considered is applied immediately, and the part moves on to the destination described by the rule. The last rule in each workflow has no condition and always applies if reached. If a part is sent to another workflow, it immediately switches to the start of that workflow instead and never returns. If a part is accepted, sent to A, or rejected, sent to R, the part immediately stops any further processing. We must find the parts which get accepted and sum their ratings. I read the input as a whole and split it into workflow lines and part lines. Then I parse the workflows into a map, a dictionary in Python, where the name of the workflow is the key and the list of rules is a value. Then for each part, which I also represented as a map for convenience, I start at workflow named in. Then I try to find an applicable condition. If the condition is true, I move to that workflow. If I don't find any condition that applies, I apply the last rule. If I reach an A as accepted, I add the sum of ratings to the result. In the second part, we are asked to find how many distinct combinations of ratings will be accepted by the else workflows. The maximum number of possible workflows is 4000 to the power of 4. It is a pretty big number, so be sure to use big decimal representation. We cannot try all the possible combinations. We can use intervals for each rating, try all possible paths in workflows, and find rating intervals which get accepted. That is exactly what I did. I start with a part with rating intervals set to the maximum, 1 to 4000. Then I traverse the tree of workflows and their rules and branch out when necessary. For the rule in the workflow, I differentiate the conditional rule and the last default rule. For each condition, I must traverse through the branch when the condition is true and also when it is false. Therefore, I get two different sets of rating intervals. If I reach a terminal state A or R, I stop going forward and record a set of rating intervals if it gets accepted. I act very similarly in the case of the last rule of a workflow. In the end, I simply sum all the possible combinations together. For each set of ratings, I calculate a product of the rating interval length. If you like this video and would like to see more like it, please subscribe. Thank you.